Welcome to Music 13, Multicultural Music in America here at Solano Community College. I'm Matt McLean, your instructor for the class. Actually, here. Hi. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be giving you an overview of the materials that we'll be using this session. There are two key elements. First, we'll be using the Canvas shell for the class, and the second one will be the required e-text for the class. So first, we're going to get into the Canvas shell, and I'm going to go away. See you soon. And you're going to go to the Solano homepage here and log into Canvas using your username and password that you used to register for the class. This will take you to your dashboard, and then you click on this avatar for the class. And on the home page, I keep things fairly stripped down. At the top, there's a welcome letter with a link to this video that you're watching here, as well as the syllabus for the class. There's a paragraph on the key deadlines and some key elements of the class. And then if you scroll down, you'll see the class schedule here. And I will leave this up for the entire session, and you can get into all the work, and there are links to the readings, the required lectures, quizzes, assignments, etc. Here. And then over on the left side, anything that you see on my screen that has an I with a slash through it, you actually won't see. So there'll just be links to the homepage, the assignments, discussions, grades, to people, and the syllabus here on the left. And that's it. I'm not using modules, so you can always go to the homepage, and then eventually I'll start bumping the current week up to the top. The other key element is the required e-text for the class. I'm going to show you two ways to get that. The first one, and the cheapest way to do it, is to go directly through the publisher. And they're called Connect for Education. This is a great textbook. It's really the industry standard for online music texts in the US. And here is their webpage, and it's at connectforeducation.com. Registering the text through them is a three-step process. You go up to the top under Student, and you can see the three steps. They're the first three here. Number 1 is Purchase, number 2 is Register, and number 3 is Login. The other way that you can get the class, and I know that some people with EOPS cards, financial aid, may need to go and use their cards at the bookstore. I'm not sure exactly how they're handling that. But I'm sure that you can get it one way or another there if you contact the Solano bookstore, and you can use your card there. But it is cheaper to go directly through the publisher here. So let me go over these three steps. So to purchase it, click on Purchase, and then you will see down here we're going to be using On American Popular Music. And so let me give you a brief overview of the class. Here's me again. Hi. So, multicultural music in America is a fascinating topic. This is one of my favorite classes to teach. We're going to be taking a hard look at the roots of different cultural music in the United States. We're going to be looking at the roots of jazz, blues, rock and roll, heavy metal, hip-hop, country music, conjunto. And the story gets really interesting when you start looking at the interconnections, and it's a much more complicated story than just looking at various individual isolated events. And I think that taking a look at these issues and how they're tied to the history of this country, in particular with regards to social justice issues, I think that will give you some unique and important insight into where we are today, and hopefully help all of us steer things in the future. So again, to go back to the textbook, I'm using an American Popular Music textbook, and I think this is the best textbook out there for it, either online or in text. So what you can do now is you can add this to your cart. You select it and go to Student Purchase. Here, view your cart, and it's like buying a pair of socks on Amazon. At this point, when you go to checkout, you can see here, I think the price was $79.95 $5. It's definitely more at the bookstore, but you include your billing information. You can use your credit card here. Definitely the most important step is giving them your email address, and what they will do is email you an access code, and that takes you to step 2. So now you're going to go back up to student, and once you receive the registration code, you're going to go to register, and then you're going to have to put in some information here. So you have to select the school. You can see all of the schools in the US that are using it. It's a ton of schools here. There's some CSUs, UCs that use it as well. Let's see, where are we? Solano Community College. So click on this, select the instructor, Matt McLean again. Make sure you pick the right semester here, and then select the course. So I'm using this for a couple of courses. I'm using it for Music Fundamentals too, but here we are, Multicultural Music. Make sure you click Music 13. And then you scroll down here and copy and paste your access code in here. If you did purchase the registration at the bookstore, it's not a hard copy textbook. You will open it up, the card that they give you, and type in the access code here. This is a critical step because once you do step 2 and register with your access code, you pass the point of no return in terms of paying for the textbook. Another word of warning too is there are some scams online that will try to sell you used versions of the textbook. You cannot do that. You have to either go through the publisher or go through the Solano bookstore to get it. There are no other ways around it, and the textbook is required. The quizzes, the midterm, and the final are also administered through the textbook. Okay, so that's the bad news. Some of the good news about some of the quizzes, all of the quizzes, the midterm and the final exam, you get to take them twice, and I keep the high score. That is true for all of them. So let's check out the textbook. Once you complete the checkout, you go to the 3rd step, and that is the login page. If you go to this drop down on the top, it will ask you to go through you have to pick the school again, and it takes kind of a long time. So there's actually a shortcut, and if you type in c4elink.org here, it will take you directly to the login. And I have a link to this in the syllabus, and it's also in the homepage on Canvas as well. Okay, once you're in the textbook here, you can scroll down and see all of the lessons. Each class is basically a week here. And there are basically 4 to 5 chapters that you're going to be doing a week during summer session. During the full semester, it's about 2 chapters a week. So summer session is condensed, and really each week is about the equivalent of 2 during a normal semester. Each little page is a web page. And I'm just going to go to the first one. So in the layout, it's really cool because they have interactive links, so you can hover over them and it'll give you additional glossary information. There are links to music as well. You will definitely have to set up a free Spotify account. And then there are also links up at the top, so you can actually listen to the lecture. If you're cooking dinner or something and you don't want to read it, you can listen to it. There are sample quiz questions here. They will look a lot like the quiz questions that you're actually going to have to take. There are links to music that is covered in the chapter here. And anything that has 2 little music notes after it here will actually pull up a Spotify player. And then it takes a minute for it to load up. Usually you'll have to log in here first. Okay, and then the other things up at the top, there's some links to videos. In my lectures that I provide in Canvas, I have a lot more. I think I flesh things out and I fill in a lot of the gaps that the textbook covers. There's also artist profiles. These are quick bios, and then there's a glossary for the entire book up here as well. And at the end of each chapter, there is a quiz. If you ever get lost, you can always go back up to the top here and click on this link. It'll take you back to the home page. So you can see here are the quizzes at the end of the chapters. The full text has 41 chapters. I pulled 7 or 8 of them out. So you'll see that there's some missing chapters and some of them skip around a little bit. Let's go back over to the Canvas shell for the class. Okay, and I just want to point out a couple of things in the first week of the class. So again, in each week there is a lecture item that is in docx form, and you can preview it. And this is required reading. You can preview it by clicking on that icon, or you can download it. I'm going to minimize this. There are several quizzes to take in addition to the readings, the lecture, and then there's a discussion forum, which is just really fun introduction. Tell us about yourself, and you're going to post a cool song that you're listening to, and then respond to another student. And then otherwise, I'm not going to be using Zoom for the class. If you do need to contact me with any questions, I usually check my messages within 24 hours. Use the inbox tool over here to message me, or you can message me at my campus email, which is in the welcome message here. Also in the syllabus, it's just matt.mclean@solano.edu. And that is about it. Just make sure that you get into Canvas in the first week, and also register the textbook so you don't get dropped as a no-show. But I look forward to seeing you here, and here I am one more time. But we can always hook up a Zoom session if you have some technical issues. Connect for Education is really good. Their helpline information is in the syllabus too. If you want to reach out to them, they're on East Coast time, so just make sure you call them by 3 p.m., I think, West Coast time. And otherwise, take care, be safe, and I will see you online soon. Bye.